So Dean Radin now has written a book. His latest book is called Supernormal. And it's based on the idea that there have been people throughout time with what he calls supernormal abilities. Abilities such as, psychic connections, healing, and so forth and so on. And that these people may be the people that we have traditionally thought of as mystics and prophets. Basically saying that, Jesus and Buddha and perhaps Moses and Muhammad were all people with supernormal abilities. Abilities that we will eventually gain. But these people had them and had them already. So, it's an interesting book. There's, obviously always the skeptics, but here's just some of the, comments from both the science side and the spiritual side. From the science side, Dr. Presti, PhD neurobiology, says that Dean Radin is a modern-day Galileo of psychical research. He's an impeccable scholar and premier experimental scientist. And this is a terrific book, he says. Come look through his telescope with great clarity. He goes right to the core of the most profound issues in the contemporary science of mind. By including a detailed review of a variety of experimental findings, this book presents in one easily accessible place a wealth of information, creating a valuable reference and teaching learning resource for students and scholars alike. And by connecting all this with contemplative investigations of the nature of mind, carried out over the course of the millennia, the book makes an invaluable contribution to expanding the modern dialogue between science and the contemplative traditions. And by contemplative traditions, he's talking about mystics and philosophers and that sort of thing. It is, it's an interesting step towards relating science and scientific study of the Western world with a lot of the Eastern spiritual perspectives. So that's something to take a look at. And I can recommend that as, if this is a topic that's of interest to you, you should definitely go over to Amazon or wherever you like to buy books and get it. It's called Supernormal by Dean Radin. And, I think it's a book for our transition era for sure. So with that being said, time to wrap up the show for another week. And next week, we'll be looking a little bit more on the wellness side of things. So stay tuned for that if you're looking for some tips in that area. And thanks for listening.